Ira Epstein of Linn Associates, and yes, I'm back from my short vacation, and today is Monday, the 30th of December, 2019, about 9:25 in the morning. Now, the first thing to understand is what we're in. We're at the end of the year, evening up, lighter volume, fewer people around. I came today, I take public transportation. If you live in New York, Chicago, you learn to do that very quickly. There was nobody on the bus ride that I took today. Normally it's stand-up only, and today I counted 5 people when I was on it. So that gives you an idea of what's going on. But you can see how the market's reacting. You're coming down hard. You're still staying up in the gold. It's interesting because I'm watching Bloomberg television, and they're all pushing the Japanese yen, going how the market has a strong tendency to go up at this time of the year, and they're probably right on that, the way they're making it, the market up 50 points today. In the grain markets, we still have this mixed bag, but it still looks like the cotton and the soybeans are the winners. And there's news out of China that as soon as next week, we might see a signing of the deal, although we don't know all the details. If you're keeping an eye on interest rates, you're pushing 1.92 in the 10-year. So we're getting to that end of the year period where you're going to get people that make, if you will, their ideas as to what 2020 is going to hold, and that takes over the news events. It's generally worthless. I know that you'll say, what's he talking about? But trying to decide now on something that goes into an election year, for example, and you're going to predict 12 months out in the future, well, I think we could say, yeah, the U.S. economy won't fall apart, but which parts do you get involved in, so on and so forth? That's where it gets interesting. The National Association of Realtors. This is a good number. The market was expecting pending home sales up a percentage point. It came in much stronger at 1.2, and November pending home sales year over year up 7.4%. The prior was up 4.4. So housing is making a comeback. It doesn't matter that it's the lower end housing. Housing is making a comeback, and that's important for suppliers, Home Depot, Lowe's, things of that nature. The Chicago December PMI came in at 48.9, better than expected at 47.4, and way better than the 46.3 we saw. Sources in the financial media are saying the Chinese trade head negotiator, Vice Premier Liu, will travel to Washington this week, to sign the first phase of the trade deal with the United States. So they're being very tight-lipped about what is exactly being bought. And maybe that's why the stock market's down. Maybe somebody's leaking something that I don't know about. Economists are forecasting China's official government PMI at 50.1, off from November's 50.2 figure. Meanwhile, they're also saying the PMI index at 51.7 compared to 51.8, and that's for the privately compiled December index. The Dallas Federal Reserve in about 5 minutes is going to release their numbers. And remember, we're going to be closed New Year's Day. You're going to have an odd trading day tomorrow with lighter than normal volume as well. And when you get this, you get a rush right now. Then the day gets a little crazy with not a lot of volatility. It picks up towards the close. A lot of people won't even be in tomorrow. I will be here. I will be doing the end of the day updates today. I will be in the morning. I will do my end of the day updates tomorrow. I'm back, so you have to deal with that. I want to remind you, if you'd like to start your day off with something interesting because you wake up and you're going, what does another analyst think of my own trade ideas? Well, you'll find that my morning videos could be a way for you to go. My whole research, I think, is what's fascinating because I write a real quick update on the markets, something that is meant that you can read it in about a minute or so, and that's my update. But it's important. It gears you for what's going on. In the mornings, I record 40 videos and right now about 5 ETFs. Those of you that are regular viewers know that in January, I'm going to begin an ETF service. And I'm looking at the different spider sectors and so on as to what I'm going to cover. A lot of you have already written emails on my YouTube page. If you have other ideas as to what you want me to cover, fine. But it's going to be going into the different sectors, and ETF part of this that is just for the ETF. So I'm going to pull out these 5 morning ETFs, and they'll be in my new ETF service that I'm going to launch come January. Haven't decided the date, but if you know me, I do things fairly fast. And it'll follow the same idea as to what I do now. I'm going to give you technical analysis, a touch of the fundamentals. I'm going to give you entry, exit, profit objectives on them. The nice part of the ETFs is I can record them as early as 4 o'clock in the afternoon because the stock market closes at 3:15 my time and I'll have everything. In the futures, these are the areas that I cover. And what makes it so neat is we put a poll on this so that if, let's assume you wanted to go right to the grains, you just pull it until grains light up and away you go. How do you give this a try? An introductory price on the commodity one is $7.95 for the first 30 days. After that, if you decide to stay with it, it's $15 for each 30 days. Yes, you can buy a one-year subscription as well. You can go to our website at www.iraepstein.com. Under the word research, take a good hard look at it. Explains how this all works. You know, the new year's coming. Why not take advantage of some of this and start your ideas off early in the morning? To give you an example, today I published this video, I think at 6:30 a.m. So I get it out nice and early before the markets really start moving in the U.S., and that's what it's about. In the meantime, I'm Ira Epstein. I'll see you this afternoon. Nice to be back. Talk to you.